Words and music come together with one of the nation's brightest young poets. Today, on Out Loud. Welcome to Out Loud. I'm Brad Stevens. Today on the show, we've got Miles Hewitt. He's a senior at the Vancouver School of Arts and Academics and one of 5 American students that was recently chosen by the White House as an ambassador of poetry. He's been traveling all over the country to major events, including his recent visit to the White House to meet the president himself. Now, he's also a musician, and we actually get to hear him perform later in the show. But first, right now, we've got him on stage to do an original poem.
My driveway is lopsided now that the basketball hoop is gone. Gone too are the springtime days when 60 degrees was the jungle, stadium lights, stray cats bandying about the suburbs searching for combat. I myself am looking for a quick escape, a shortcut through the swelter. I tell my friends and almost anyone around now daily that New York City never seemed so appealing, that I can practically taste the mathematics of Manhattan, the smooth curls of wind, see the way the city floats. I click like clockwork, humming tunes I used to have written, feeling oh so deserving of the lengthened day, the solstice which recedes from me much faster than I from it. But my, how empty the right side of the yard looks without that blue-gray backboard perched ridiculously on its bent-back pole. I've already forgotten the stenciled brand name, just as the previous owners have forgotten the hoop altogether. When I was 9, Dad and I went to retrieve it, following the instructions in a cutout newspaper ad, now also forgotten. We tread carefully on the chicken crap ground. I was aware even then of the shift that occurred as we suburbanites collected our prize from these trailer trash hillbillies, as though the twisted red rim, worn smooth by rain of many kinds, encompassed 2 worlds. Little did I guess the years of one-on-one it would enclose. And then, one day, silence. Thank you.
Miles, thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Can you tell us a little something about that poem we just heard?
Yeah, as a senior in high school, I've been thinking a lot in the last months and really, a couple of years about what comes next after I'm no longer living here and once I'm out of high school. And so this poem is one of sort of a series that I've done recently that are all about thinking about where I might end up. And the line about New York City never seemed so appealing is definitely true. I'm actually going to hear back tomorrow about from many of the colleges that I applied to. So that's I'm feeling the pressure a little bit right now, but yeah, that's what this poem's about.
I think a lot of guys your age can relate to that.
Absolutely,
quite a bit.
yeah.
You're graduating soon. What are you hoping to do? Obviously, you said college, but what's the end goal?
It's hard to say. As you'll hear later on the show, music's really important to me, and writing obviously is. That'll always be a part of who I am. My other love, aside from the arts, is politics, and so I'm interested in maybe going on and maybe fusing the two. Being a speechwriter sounds kind of like an interesting job, but I'm not sure really.
Did you bring that up to the president when you met him?
Didn't really have a chance, but I was definitely going through my mind when I was there. Yeah.
What was he like? What was the meeting all like?
It was amazing. I mean, he's like my hero, so it was just amazing to meet him and to. He's exactly as larger than life in person as he seems on TV, and he shook everyone's hands, and I was last in line. He shook my hand and he said, "Hey, man." So I thought, wow, yeah.
It's funny you say he's larger in life. If you look at the photo we have on our screens, you're actually quite a bit taller than everybody else in the show.
Yeah, somehow he's still managed to seem taller than me, yeah.
Well, you're a poet and you're a musician. You are an award-winning poet. You're highly recognized across the nation. How does your poetry help you with your music?
It's actually kind of the other way around. I got into music first and only very recently started writing poems. Music and wordplay and all of that, like they're all exercising the same muscles. It's just different. I mean, the reason I got into poetry is because in music, like every line basically has to rhyme with the other lines and stuff like that. You're sort of shackled to the meter of the song, and in writing poems, you basically have no rules. I mean, you can adopt them if you feel like it. There can be form to poetry, but basically it's all about the freedom to do what you want.
All right, thank you very much. And when we get back, we're going to hear him perform some live music of original material, so stay tuned. We're always on the lookout for new bands. If you go to school in the Vancouver Public School District and want to play your music on Out Loud, contact the District Television Production Supervisor, Nick Vole. His email is nick.vole@vansd.org. Ladies and gentlemen, Miles Hewitt.
Don't shoot the messenger. Don't blame the thief. He's just another poor boy looking for some relief. I was living in paradise, though you might call it war. Just looking for a question or an answer that I might find a question for. Just then, this bent-back little man walks up to me and says with a voice like exhaust, "Hey son, what you think you're doing here? Don't you think it's high time you got lost?" I said, "Officer, I ain't doing no harm, and I swear I sound just like Jay-Z. It's summertime 2013 and the whole world is going crazy." He says, "What's a little punk like you doing here? You got nothing better to do today?" I said, "Just shooting the breeze." He says, "Oh please," when I just look up and say, "Don't shoot the messenger. Don't blame the thief. He's just another poor boy looking for some relief. Don't brush back the water, boy. Don't kill the kid. Go back to your Hemingway. Maybe there's something there that he hid." Another time like that I was looking back, keeping both eyes on the world. When this siren song comes along, I look around and see who else but a girl. She had long, long hair and long, long legs and a wicked smile on her chin. She said, "Hey, hey boy, how you feeling today?" And I swear I forgot what year I was in. Just like that, she walks up to me and says with a voice cold as ice, "The name's Marie, but you can call me 100, 'cause if you call me, that's the price." We climb in the Cadillac, hit the road on the head. I say, "I've got some news, I've got some bad, bad news. Just don't forget what I said. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't blame the thief. You know, go back to your Hemingway. Maybe there you'll find some relief. Don't brush back the water, boy. Don't kill the kid. He's just another poor boy. He knows where it's hid." "Father, forgive me, for I may have sinned, but you just don't know the state that I'm in. I was living by the river when I thought I heard a call inside these walls. We don't feel divided at all. I've been falling through the darkness in my thoughts. I'm willing to give up all that I've got. Are you imaginary? You have this ghostly paw. Inside these walls, we don't feel divided at all. I've been living in the desert for too long. The army marches 10,000 strong. Start something, scream someone. Haven't you got the balls? Inside these walls, we don't feel divided at all. Freedom was a privilege that's now been revoked. My past life was the dream or just a bad joke. Yeah, I had her in my pocket, but then I dropped the ball. Inside these walls, we don't feel divided at all. Christmas carols float to my room. The shortest day of the year is coming soon. But that's not because of Jesus, it's because after all, inside these walls, we don't feel divided at all. I heard you screaming from the street, the end is nigh. Is that what you have to tell yourself to get by? I'd rather starve out in the sewers than stagger through sacred halls. Inside these walls, we don't feel divided at all. I wanna occupy you, baby, non-violently. Then I wanna slip away into the night so silently. I said I wanna be a sellout just like George or John or Paul. Inside these walls, we don't feel divided at all. I was born on this day in 1994. My whole life's been a footnote in some foreign war. Oh yeah, 18 years later, and still no troop withdrawal. Inside these walls, we don't feel divided at all. I was searching for her shadow, searching for a lie. My own friends didn't have the courage to stop by. Yeah, I'd just turn on the TV and watch the nation fall. Inside these walls, we don't feel divided at all. Oh yeah, inside these walls, we don't feel divided at all. Thank you.
Much. Is there any social media we can find you on?
Yes, I am bouncing all over the blogosphere. You can find me online at Miles Hewitt, Miles Hewitt Music on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Miles Hewitt Music. And I'm also on SoundCloud. You can find me at soundcloud.com/Miles Hewitt Music.
All right. Well, thank you again. It was fantastic hearing you. And thank you guys for watching. For Out Loud, I'm Brad Stevens. I strode across the room, gazed into my tomb, wondered if this is where the river bends. Every beginning deserves an end, just not like this. Not like this. And in every corner of our shining modern age, I see edges of the page, dark
rugged as if somebody's been here before and wants to lead me off to war or off to sunset. Off to sunset. I sit and think of lovers every day as the forest softly sway, as if to warn me not to make such a foolish move. But when you left the room, all was silent. All was silent. I just don't know if I'd rather join the cause or be the one who writes the laws. Or maybe I'm just another song in the wind, ready to be sung again, and that's enough. Is that enough? So I'm at a loss of what to do. Should I walk through these halls or pretend like there's nothing at all, like there's nothing there? I really don't know what to do, because I've always relied on you for decisions like this. For decisions like ooh.